Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot January 2020 Monthly Horoscope. And this is for you coming from Pisces. First, let me show you my email address. This is my email address. And if you'd like to have a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 8 or 9 years and get a lot of information from me, how to be that wonderful, successful person that you want to be, then send me an email and we'll start being in contact. Now, the first 15 days of January, this card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your job. So let's see what the card says. And this is not a good card. It's a card of disappointment and it's a card of just not able to control the energies. And it's a card of somehow even being depressed. So where your job is concerned, you're going to not be very happy in the first 15 days of January. Well, trying to look for a new job won't help you either. So try to work harder and speak to your bosses on how to improve you being there. Now, regarding business, and let's see what the card says for business. All right. Well, business-wise, it's a bit better. It's a bit better, this card. The surroundings are very nice and the growth is very nice. But there are changes that you will have to make, it says, in business. And these changes are not going to be very nice. You may have to downsize things in this first 15 days of January, you coming from Pisces. So rather than grow, stay as you are or downsize a little bit. Some things are not going very right for you. And the last thing you want to do is to look to expand anything because there's going to be more money out. Now regarding romance and a new romance, in case you find a new romance in the first 15 days of January. Well, this is a card of conflict. So if you do find a new romance in the first 15 days of January, tell yourself that it starts with conflict, differences of opinion, different outlooks. So take your time. You don't want to rush into this new romance partner's arms. Take your time to see why this is happening. And then you figure it out slowly. But don't give yourself to be put under the control of somebody you meet in the first 15 days of January. Now, ongoing romance, if you have one, how is that going to be? Well, your ongoing romance partner, let's see, for the first 15 days, how that's going to be. Something about finances is a problem between you and your ongoing romance partner. And apart from the finances, is disagreements and arguments as well. So there's conflict in your ongoing romance. Well, you want to help it, I'm sure. So since you've heard this from me, go take the soft approach and find out what is the trouble. And don't enter into an argument. That's very important. Okay, now what about your marriage areas? Let's see what the card says regarding marriage. All right. This is a card of entanglement. It's a complicated situation your marriage may be in right now. It could be in any area, could be financial, could be siblings, brothers, sisters, could be parents. So the best way for this to disentangle yourself from outsiders, keep whatever you need to negotiate with your wife or your husband. Keep it very simple and keep it just between the two of you. Don't let outsiders come to complicate issues. So don't talk about your problems to outsiders, even though your parents or your siblings. Now we're going to your last 16 days of January, and I'm going to start talking about your job firstly to show you how your last 16 days might be. Well, in your job area, firstly, in the job area, you're not happy. Secondly, in your job area, looking for anything exciting is not going to happen. And thirdly, in your job area, tell yourself that unexpected problems are going to crop up with this card. So it's not a good card. So in the job area, even if you try looking for a new job, it won't be too good. So stay where you are, just work harder, show that you are more dedicated, you can lessen the problem. And now about business. in the last 16 days. And this card says is more money out than money coming in. So you don't want to spread your money all over the place, going to new ventures or things like that. It'll be just going further the money away from you. Stay as you are, consolidate. Consolidate means whatever you have, make that better. That would be safer for you in the last 16 days where business is concerned. And now about a new romance. So should you find a new romance in the last 16 days, what does the card says? All right. Oh, look at this. So many issues are going to crop up of problems when you meet this person in the last 16 days of January. So don't give your heart away too quickly. Go slow, think about it many, many times. Maybe even keep the person at arm's length. Because this is a card that says once you are in it, you're going to have many issues to contend with, and I don't like that for you. Now about ongoing romance. In case you have an ongoing romance, how is that going to be? Let's see. This is a much better card. So with your ongoing romance, it says there are many possibilities of improving your life with the person you're having a romance with. So it's a card. Now the sign of the Mars there, you can see it. That shows conflict. That shows aggression. So you don't want, you are listening to me, so you shouldn't be the one to start that. And if it's your partner showing some conflict or aggression, well, take it softly. Show the soft approach. It needs two hands to clap always. So if you don't give out your hand to clap, that would be silent. That would be better. Now, what about marriage areas? Marriage areas. In the last 16 days of January. Now, with this card, I'm going to say that if you have the opportunities to see somebody else, don't. And also, if you find that your marriage partner is behaving in a strange way, well, find out whether there's somebody else on his mind. This is what the card says. So we got to unmask this problem. And secondly, some issue about finances is also going to trouble this last 16 days where your marriage is concerned. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. There are some people from Pisces who are going to be very, very lucky. And let's see what ages they are going to be from this card. Well, from this card, I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 19 or 28 or 37 or 46 or 55 or 64 or 73, then you're going to be one very lucky person, whether in job, whether in business, whether romance, whether marriage, whether for a trip to the casino, or whether to be able to find recognition. And what if you're not of these ages? Well, you'll need to see me for a 90-minute session. And based on your date of birth and time of birth, I'll talk to you how to get into a better state. Talk about that later. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. Lucky dates for you coming from Pisces. And what are the lucky dates going to be from this card? Well, from this card, I'm going to say that the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th, 6th, 15th, and 24th are going to be very, very lucky dates. There are many signs on this card, and the sign of Venus is the one which is strongest. So the 6th, 15th, and 24th are going to make you very lucky. So plan outings, make contacts for job, business, go to the casino if you want, and you should be lucky. Now, what about colors? So let's see what the card shows us. What colors are very important. Let's see what happens here. Well, there's so many colors here, but I'm going to say that turquoise seems to catch my eye. The turquoise is there. So wear plenty of turquoise during the month of January, and you will see that what happens when we wear colors is we open a channel of energy to the planet who controls that color. That's how it works. So when you wear turquoise, you're opening a channel of energy to some of your best planets. That's the way to get luck. Now, what about direction energy? So there are 9 planets around us. We look north, south, or east, or west. And let's see what happens from this card. All right, this is a card. Look at that gray moon there, gray. And because of that, I'm going to say face northwest, and you will be inspired in one way or another, whether for the job, the business, the romance, the marriage, or going out or going to the casino. Even in the casino, face northwest for the month of January, and you're going to see some very good returns, I think. Now, about making a lucky contact. So let's see who and from where this person comes from, making a lucky contact for the month of January. And for me, see that sun position, that on the top there, that circle with the dot is, in astrology, we use that to show the sun position, S-U-N. And so this person would be coming from Leo. If you meet somebody from Leo, that person is going to be very, very helpful for you. So look forward to getting together with somebody from Leo, whether to help in job, help in business, or maybe it's a romance, maybe it's anywhere. Bring you luck. Now, this 90-minute session that I have, I'm going to show you in the 90 minutes how to get into contact with that inner energy that you have, that supernatural energy that you have, that we all have. People who become super lucky, super rich, super happy, they are able to connect to this energy, because only then they can have the supernatural power to become better than the rest. And I'll show you how to do it. It's not very difficult in these 90 minutes. And I will also show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers step by step. Very interesting. And I'll give you all the energies from the universe, your lucky colors, your lucky days, your lucky gemstones, your lucky directions, so that you just end up being the best. And in your next 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year, I will show you how to manage them, because some of them may be up, some of them may be down, but how to manage them, because you already know how it's going to turn out. Yes, I will show you all that. So send me that email to andyhoro9, and I will come back to you. And I'd like to be a part of you in the way of making you successful. It would give me great pleasure to one day being told by you that, well, I helped you to attain such and such greatness. Wonderful. Well, have a good month of January, and I wish you the best of luck for it. Thank you and goodbye.